Fuck! That's embarrassing.
The Pokemon Sleep app lets
Wait, is it out?
you track your sleep with your smart device and fill up your sleep.
Bro, that's another thing that I was just thinking of. I heard apparently it is not good to sleep with your phone next to your head because the waves of like Bluetooth and also Wi-Fi can disrupt your sleep cycle. So I'm trying to understand how the fuck is this shit even working if they want you to have this shit next to you while you're sleeping.
Sleep style decks.
Oh, that's cool. A sleep style dex? So I get to see, so I gotta collect all the different styles of sleep. Imagine you're just trying to get this one style of sleep and that one Pokemon doesn't do it. Like you're waiting for Squirtle to sleep inside of his shell and you got everything else. And every day you sleep, you wake up and you find like it's on a different pose. I'd be pissed.
Each species has multiple styles. For example, Pikachu has droopy-eared sleep, curled up sleep, and electrifying sleep. The more sleep you get, the more progress you can make on your sleep style decks. By
Pikachu ain't
day,
even,
try giving
Pikachu ain't even
Snorlax
sleeping! That motherfucker eyes are open, you little fake!
sleep style decks. By
Ain't even
day,
sleeping.
try giving Snorlax berries and
He
making
woke up,
it
no,
food and
Owl,
drinks.
no!
Feeding Snorlax will increase its strength. When bedtime comes, you can track your sleep. If you get lots of sleep, your sleep score will be higher. If you sleep less, your score reflects that too.
But how do you even know if I'm sleeping? There's gonna be that one community of people that's just gonna be playing this shit. Obviously, not the way that it's intended to be played. How do you even track someone's sleep? Like, how do you know when you're sleeping? What if I just hit I'm sleeping now and I just walk away from my phone?
Your sleep score multiplied by Snorlax's strength will decide its drowsy power. More drowsy power means more Pokemon may gather. Getting plenty of sleep is key to studying lots of sleep styles. Each week, you'll partner with a Snorlax that will grow bigger over time. As it grows, so will your chance of seeing rare sleep styles, especially if you get regular sleep. You can do more than just track each night's sleep. You can see what time you woke up and went to bed each night, and other information about your sleep. You might get a sense that you toss and turn a lot, like Togepi in its rocking sleep style.
But how do you
can
know?
also listen to recordings of sounds you made in your sleep. If you're having a noisy night, like
Only sound you gonna hear is probably me farting. I'm gonna be like, oh, there's an audio. Let's hear it. Straight back to sleep.
Jigglypuff with its singing sleep, then you'll know it. Plus, doesn't it sound fun to know what sleep type you were on a given night?
How do you know?
Were you dozing type, snoozing type, or slumbering type? Depending on your type that night, different Pokemon will gather. Lastly, some small things to be aware of. We'll illustrate them with Pokemon sleep styles.
Watch, they're gonna be like, do not put the phone under your head, because there's gonna be that one motherfucker that's gonna put the phone under their pillow. I already told y'all that story. Never do that shit. I one day put I'm gonna let you get that pass. One day I fell asleep with my iPhone 5 charging, but I put it under my pillow. When I woke up, that iPhone was damn near on fucking fire. That shit was hot. Hot in Topeka.
Just like Raichu's grounded tail sleep, keep your smart
Did my man just stick his what? Grounded tail sleep? Y'all just making shit up now.
device plugged in while you sleep. Leave your screen on, like Mareep's tail in blinking tail sleep. And like Wartortle during flattened sleep, leave your device face down. Don't worry, most screens will go dark on their own.
Wait. So those are the different sleeping styles? Grounded
It's plugged
sleep?
in while just like
Oh, I never sleep with my phone plugged in.
Raichu's grounded tail sleep, keep your smart device plugged in while you
check
sleep.
the audio recording and you hear
Leave your
someone
screen
break
on.
into your room and lay next to you in bed.
That'd be creepy. I'll wake up and I'm like, I'm not even gonna lie to you though, I'm a very light sleeper. That's another thing about me. I'm not a heavy sleeper. I'm a light sleeper. Like Like, if I'm asleep, I could definitely hear, like, if somebody is, like, within my vicinity. And I'll probably get the fuck up, like super quick. I'm about to record my sleep demons.
Like Mareep's tail in blinking tail sleep. And like War Turtle during flattened sleep. Leave your device face down. Don't worry, most screens will go dark on their own. Also, leave your device by your pillow and atop your bed, like Pikachu in a top.
See, look, and then they put this little disclaimer right here. It is not recommended that you place your device under your pillow or blankets as it may overheat. Bro, but why do I gotta put it on top of my pillow?
Belly sleep. Hard surfaces, like your bed frame or floor, won't work.
Are you fucking kidding me? I was gonna put it on the floor when I went to sleep. Wait, how the fuck does it even know it's on a bed though?
Device by your pillow and atop your bed, like Pikachu in a top belly sleep.
But how the fuck you know if it's on the floor or if it's on a pillow?
Hard surfaces, like your bed frame or floor, won't work. That's Pokemon Sleep. Get ready to rest your very best.
I'm gonna try this shit out. Where's my phone? Is it out? You said this shit is so dumb. It's so dumb that I'm about to try it. That's how dumb it is. And then tomorrow we're gonna talk about what Pokemon we got, okay, chat? Let me see. Pokemon Sleep. Wait, it's not even out yet. Where the fuck Pokemon Sleep? Where the shit at? It's not officially out yet. You can register for it. That's crazy. Wait a minute. How can I even register for it? I don't even see the registering shit. Yo, does anybody play Pokemon Smile? Remember that shit? You had to brush your teeth. Fuck, man. How at Long Beach Griffey's bad acid trip was saved. How long is this?
You know, he's like, no, dude, you have 11 hours. Mind you.
What the fuck? He got his shit animated? Long Beach Griffey and what? Comedy Central? What the fuck is this?
It's 9:30. I'm like, what do you mean? What? Like, this is not. He said, just wait. My name is Anthony Griffin, also known as Long Beach Griffey, and this.
That's his name? I know he had Griffey and Griffin. Anthony Griffin, my man.
This is the time I did LSD and realized that Pocahontas is the greatest film ever made. So a long time ago, my friend was like, yo, bro, let's do acid. And I was like, nah, I'm not ready. Fast forward, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it for New Year's Eve, right? Let's start the new year off high as shit. I take the acid. It's a house full of probably like 10 of us. We chilling, we having a good time, you know what I mean? It hasn't hit yet, but when you do acid, you just wait for it to hit, you know?
That's the thing. You wait for it to hit. Well, not acid. It's similar to like an edible. You eat it and then you're like excited a little bit. Like, ooh, I just did something crazy. But then you're just waiting. And then when you least expect it and then it hits you, then you're going to be like, oh, no. Like, when you get up and you try to do like regular shit and then you realize, oh, shit, my motor functions is weird, then you're like, uh-oh.
I'm sitting there, I'm trying to act like I'm cool, my whole body's shaking, and I'm just trying to have casual conversation with people. I'm like, yeah, man, so what's going on, dude? Like, how are you guys? Like, I'm not worried about the acid that's about to hit my string right now. I'm so terrified. I'm with my girlfriend at the time, and I'm having a conversation with her, and all of a sudden, my body started to get hot. And then I just, out of nowhere, I start crying, laughing. Then my friend comes over and he says, just wait. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, just wait? Like
it didn't even hit yet. He's like, oh, that's not even like, it's second stage. You're like, wait, what?
Is this not the end? You know, he's like, no, dude, you have 11 hours. Mind you,
yo, that's the thing, bro. That's why I don't like edibles, bro. They last mad long. If you just smoke the shit, it's lasting 3 to 4 hours max. If you take a Eddie or you consume something that has like the psychedelic effects, that shit lasts for fucking, oh nah, that's why I don't mess with that shit.
9:30. I'm like, what do you mean what? Like, this is not, he said, just wait. I'm laughing.
You see, he said just wait. Like I said, I was so mad when I did that shit and I woke up and I was still high. Like I said, I didn't do this, I took an edible. I feel like it's a little bit similar to this, but obviously like acid is just way stronger. But if you wake up and you're still high, I was shitting bricks when that happened to me.
I think I'm having a good time. I feel amazing, by the way. This feels incredible. Like, I've never felt so amazing in my life. And I'm laughing, and my girlfriend, she's looking at me, and she's telling me about her day. I am looking at her, and her face is just wavy. And it looks like her face is just moving off of her face, and her face is creating a new face. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I'm looking into her soul, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. Now, this is the most beautiful woman that I've ever been with, mind you. But on acid, she's the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen in my life. I'm looking around, I'm like, oh my God. Everything looks incredible. I start looking at my hands. My tattoos are kind of like doing the Dougie. It feels like I can see the blood rushing through my veins. I'll keep looking at my hands. I'm like, oh.
That right there is like I said, bro, that is like similar to like depersonalization a little bit. Cause I remember when you get stoned or high to the point where you start looking at your hands and you feel like you're in third person, that's how you know you're fucked.
Oh my God. This is literally the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. And like a trip, you get to the bad trip, go upstairs, I talk to my woman. She's opening up about the most personal things in life. And she feels like she can talk to me about these things because of the state of mind that I was in. She tells me these things and it brings me to a place of uncertainty. Kind of some of the saddest things that I've ever heard someone tell me. And I asked her for a hug. I give her a big hug, and then my mind she left for about 5 seconds. And in those 5 seconds, it felt like 15 minutes where a different state of mind came to me, hitting me with the most deepest things.
Yo, that's the fucking worst. That it doesn't happen to me as much now as how that happened before. I feel like when you first start like getting high or doing whatever the fuck in terms of like either weed, THC, edibles, or acid trips, the worst is when that shit happens. When you start deep thinking and then you keep deep thinking and then you overthink shit to the point where you're just like, I don't know, bro, like you literally start spiraling and then you just start thinking about like the most negative shit ever, and then you're like, why the fuck am I thinking about this? I never think about shit like this. And then like out of the blue, you just start thinking about like the weirdest fucking shit. And it just like brings down your mood like crazy.
That I just couldn't get away from. I've never been in such a place of sadness before.
Yeah.
My mind was dealing with these things that I was kind of like repressing.
Yo, true. It's always like the thoughts and feelings of like shit you don't want to think about, right? Like it would pop up in your head for like a brief moment, and then you're like, you know what? I don't want to think about this right now. Like, fuck this shit. When them shit start coming back, you're like, oh no. The negative thoughts, the intrusive thoughts, all the shit, and then you start thinking about life. Like, where am I at a state of life? Am I happy where I am right now? Where am I gonna be in 5 years? Am I gonna potentially do this, that, and the third? You just start thinking of everything, bro.
And I couldn't get away from it. I start panicking. I walk outside to my friend who's also on drugs, and I say, Alex, what do I do if I start freaking out? He's like, yo.
All you can do is sleep.
I don't know, man, but look at that plant. I look at the plant's like moving and shit. I'm like, that's trippy. I go back in the house. After all of my freaking out for 5 minutes, I stop and I say, it's the drugs. I told my girlfriend, I said, come here, please tell me that everything is gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. And it sure was. We went in the living room, the damn couch was breathing. It was raining that night. The water, as clear as day, dripping on the windows. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so beautiful. We put on Pocahontas. I promise you. Do acid and put on Colors of the Wind.
Bro, if you ever litty like that and you watch movies or like TV shows, bro, I keep saying this. I was high as shit when I watched Euphoria. And I actually enjoyed the fuck out of that show, and I can't wait for the next season. But what else? I think I've seen so much shit while I was like litty. Euphoria fire though.
I promise you, you will really understand what the fuck Pocahontas was talking about, because when I was sober, I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. I felt like I really knew. Like, that was actually...
You say you're gonna be waiting a long time for season 3 for Euphoria? Bro, Zendaya ain't even gonna look like Zendaya anymore by season 3. She gonna look completely different. Like, we're gonna be like, is that Zendaya? Like, the season 2 to season 3 jump gonna be dumb.
And I was like, oh my fucking God. She really speaking to me right now. Like, I felt like I was in the fucking movie. It was fucking insane. Jesus Christ. It was so cool. It was a beautiful experience. You know what I mean? I had a friend tell me, they said there's no such thing as a bad trip. When you're having a bad trip and you start to panic, those are just your mind telling you need to deal with things that you haven't dealt with before. If you ever find yourself in that dark space, have a friend remind you that it's okay. You're in no danger. You're on drugs. Watch Pocahontas and paint with all the colors of the wind.
Tales from the...
Yo, did Griffey do more of this? That was fire. That was fire. You said, do you have any crazy drug stories? One that I could think off the top of my head was in Manhattan. Bro, in Manhattan, I was chilling with a girlfriend at the time when I was in Manhattan. Bro, this bitch gave me a fucking edible. But her bitch ass told me it was a fucking brownie, right? And I ate that whole shit on an empty stomach. And then she tells me after I ate the shit that it was an edible. And I was like, you're joking. And she's like, nah, it was actually an edible. And I'm like, we in the city right now. And I'm on an empty stomach. And you just gave me a whole thing. And I thought it was just a brownie and it was an edible. And then the worst part was, it's like, I didn't find out until like after. Like, I ate the edible. We started eating food and I started drinking like shots of alcohol, like a margarita. I got crossfaded, and that's the number one thing that you shouldn't do.
When the third Spider-Verse comes out, marathon all 3 movies litty.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. So, one thing that you shouldn't do is take an edible and then drink alcohol, because that shit's going to mix terrible in your stomach, and then you're going to throw up. So, what happened was, you said, wait, did you get a tan? Actually, yes. Because I've been working a lot, and sometimes I got to go outside and shit. If you, like, actually look at, like, how different my shading is right now. Yo, what the... Yo, look at the fucking... Yo! This is how I always look. This is how I look. Bro. Yeah. I'm like super tan right now, dude. Like my tan, like even like my watch on my wrist, because it's always on my wrist, dude. Yeah, I'm like super tan right now. But yeah, long story short, I ate an edible and I drank alcohol. And in the middle of us like still eating at this location, I felt terrible. I felt so fucking bad. I legit got up and just started barfing. And I got so fucking mad. I got so mad that day. And like I even got mad at the girl too. Like I was fucking mad. Like I was like, bitch, how the fuck you give me this and then we out here drinking alcohol and the shit mixed, and like, bro, I felt so fucking bad that like throughout the whole day, like I just felt terrible. I was litty for mad fucking long, and then like, I don't know, bro. I didn't like that day though. That day, like I still remember it off the top of my head, and that shit sucked.